Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Conversations Around the Table. We're so glad you're with us today. Again? No, again. It's again for us, but not again right now, like for everybody else. So never mind. But you know, it's good. Just leave it, Anthony, because we're just going to go with it. We're riffing right now. We're actually going to talk about, today, we're going to talk about the importance of fun in a work-life balance, whatever that means. I'm not really sure what balance means, but fun in a work life or your life or work. In a work-life balance.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like the importance of fun, right? So I know for me, I had to learn how to have fun because everything was always so serious. For like, I just remember life being like super serious all the time. So I had to learn from people around me just to have fun, and I actually like having fun.
Yes,
a lot.
you do.
I like a lot. I'm silly.
does Jeff.
I'm super silly. We're
I'm all
silly.
about the
We are all about the fun. Yeah. So let me ask this to whoever wants to answer first. Has fun always been easy for you?
No.
Yes.
Yes. So where did you, I want to circle back to you, JoJo.
Sure.
Okay. But where did you learn to have fun? Like, why has it always been fun and easy for you?
I think, well, so similar to you, life seemed serious. At a certain point in my childhood, life was like, this is way too serious and too heavy. And I don't like the serious and the heavy, too much of it. I think we've shared before that I like the happy feelings. That can be a weakness because sometimes you avoid certain feelings, but you shouldn't, because so I'm kind of like the one that's comic relief, or like it's getting a little too serious in here, so I'll insert a little sarcasm or something to be funny, to lighten it. So
you are always like that growing up? Or were you like life of the party girl?
I wasn't when I was a child. When I was a child, I was super shy and reserved.
Yeah.
So I think probably in high school is when I think it's like a coping skill too on some level where you're just like, I don't want to be so serious and talk heavy things. And heavy things were happening when I was in high school. So, but honestly, guys, is there anything better than just laughing our heads off? No. Like that just a full-on belly laugh, not stop laughing. There's just nothing better, It's just being fun and funny and lighthearted. I think life can be so intense that I like being fun and funny.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
Why do you think fun didn't come like easily for you, JoJo?
I think for the same reasons that Jeff mentioned, like I had a lot of heavy stuff going on in our household from a young age.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things that, just made me uneasy as a child, made me feel like there's this heaviness. So but I didn't know how to get above it.
Yeah.
I didn't have, I was, I don't know. I just kind of, as a feeler, I always call myself a feeler. I feel people and things and atmospheres. So I think I just kind of took it on as like, this is part of me. And so I just carried it. I didn't know how to disengage from it.
Right.
So, I think that was just, I didn't realize though how serious I was or how I was taking life or things so seriously until that kind of got hit with like, oh wow, like it's okay to have fun. Because it was almost like life is serious, things are serious, walking with God is serious. Like everything is just like you're just
and it can also feel like if you are going to go whatever, I'm just going to go have fun or be lighthearted, there can be that feeling of like, I'm letting my guard down, right? And then you're like, oh, I got to stay protected and prepared. I can't be too light or, right?
No.
Like get silly, like throw things off and just have a good time can feel like, but something could come out.
Right.
That I'm not I can't defend if I'm just like lighthearted.
Right. Yeah. It's probably, it's the same. Like your humor is a protective mechanism.
Yeah.
Seriousness or like taking, being on guard, or maybe hyper vigilant a little bit, on things could be a way of coping. So I think it can be both. And it was just interesting to recognize when I realized, oh, wow, like actually enjoying and letting yourself have experiences where there is that, laughing till you cry, or there's those moments of, wow, it's okay to have fun. Because it was almost a thought of like, it's not okay to have fun or to do things that are just for me to have fun, because that's selfish.
Right.
And that's actually not okay.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Judah is cracking me up right now.
I know. We have a little bit of a sick doggy. I think just like sorry, I had like 5 different thoughts go through my head. Okay. So the piece that I resonate with is yours, Joanne, and that is it was a little bit heavy growing up. I feel like I didn't learn how to have fun until I was like in my late 30s.
Yeah.
I just felt like and I'm not putting this on anyone. I felt like in my younger years, I felt like, especially growing up like in the prayer movement and like fasting and all the things, you're contending for things, like you forget that it's okay to have fun too. Yeah. And it's okay to like let it rip, and it doesn't mean you're, partying
less
or whatever,
spiritual.
but just like, lighthearted, because the Lord is joyful and he's fun, and he likes for us to adventure in that way. It was actually like a spiritual mom of mine that taught me, even after she would speak, she would go, let's go jet skiing, and get her nails done. And it was like, no, get some sparkle, sweetie. Like, don't just do red. Right. So she kind of taught me that, like that. I know those seem really simple, but let your heart open wide to experiencing a joy, that you can get joy out of contending and fasting and praying, and you can get joy out of, working hard, and you can get joy out of, watching your kids have joy. But then there's this other side to us that we have to allow to open up, to have fun just for ourselves, and just to like.
Yeah. I think it can be a part of like a religious spirit too, and that you come against a little bit because I think for me, I thought like having fun like that felt so unspiritual, right? Or
like what am I doing?
Yeah, almost like it was not okay, like I was saying before. So until I had an experience where, a friend took a group of us on a trip, and we were able, like, it was, I think, the first time in a really long time that I had done anything like that, or been gifted something like that, that was just for pure enjoyment. Yeah. Which, again, I was kind of wrestling with, because I'm like, this feels wrong almost. Like, to be having so this much fun and to be enjoying an experience like this. But recognizing that was a key to unlocking something in me. Like, I didn't realize how kind of, you don't realize you're kind of in a serious or shut down mode until you have an experience with joy or doing something for the first time that you've never done before. And I just thought, oh, wow, this is actually a key to unlock things in people's hearts. Right. Because this is part of the experience that God has for us. Yeah. Right. He wants us to live in the fullness of what he created and who we are. Yeah. And we can shut that down because we get so in a grind, or like, I'm just working, doing, making things happen. And you forget we're supposed to enjoy as well, like the people and life and the things that God has given to us, to enjoy.
That's so true. I feel like there's so many times I'll be like just grinding all day, getting stuff done. It's always about like, what did I get done today? Yeah. Instead of like, where was I present today? And trying to catch myself like, and actually my husband is good about this. He'll say, oh my goodness, the sunset's going to be incredible. Let's go look. Yeah. And
Doug's good about that too.
Be in the moment of like enjoying a beautiful sunset. Yeah. Force yourself to enjoy that moment, or even like putting your feet in grass or in the sand, or that. We just get going with life and life and life. And then all of a sudden you've just missed these opportunities. I remember I read a book about that where it's just like be present in the moment. Yeah. Even this author talked about just even grating cheese for her family for the meal and just like absorbing the miracle in everything. You know, like she just elaborated on the color and how it was going to nourish her family, and like you can find joy and happiness.
Wow, that's
like that's grated cheese.
That is
I
wow,
this mound of cheese.
I don't know that
I don't think I could get that into it. But, well, I mean, and when you're in that season of stay-at-home mom and you're doing dishes all day and you're wiping little bum-bums all day, and you know, like Anyway, it's more just about like finding the beauty and our bodies, we can't be serious all the time. It's like we're not wired that way. Our spirits aren't wired that way. There's like we've heard, you know, joy is the currency of heaven. Like they're having fun up there, right? And so the joy of the Lord is our strength. I actually had a really hard night this last week, and I was entering into a board meeting, and it was going to be heavy, and Craig prayed over me, and he said something about the joy of the Lord, and something like hit me and like lifted off. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to have fun. Like, this is not supposed to be a fun. This is not set up for fun, right? But I'm going to go in and I'm going to be joyful, and I'm going to connect with the people that I'm meeting with, and like this thing lifted off of me. So like the joy of the Lord is real, and it's just being aware of that and letting yourself live in it. Like I love that trip that you went on. That it's like all day adventures and being in the ocean and falling off of jet skis and laughing your heads off, and that's the good stuff of life.
I think we can't forget too that, like, you know, fun and joy doesn't need to be extravagant. You know, I mean, extravagance is fun. I'm all about extravagance, but it doesn't have to be. It can be like you're saying, the simple things. You know, it can be so easy. I mean, we even feel it like when we're just like, you know, because we do a lot together in terms of just like executing things. The three of us, outside of like regular work. We are intentional about, oh no, we need to go, we're going to the beach, you guys, and we're having dinner at a sunset. You know, simple things like that. You know, it's so important. And I love watching you with your grandkids, and just doing those really simple brings you back to the simplicity.
There's
you know,
nothing like it. I know, they really do. I mean, and I know we've talked about it, but you know, people say all the time, like, oh, you know, being a grandparent's so amazing, and you know, it's better than being a parent. And you can't connect with that thought, because for me, I loved being a mom and a parent and all these phases of life that my kids went through. So I was like, I don't understand, like, how could it be any better? But then you have these little, you know, people, and you just get to fully experience them, and just the joy and the simplicity of just loving and pouring into them. And I'm not responsible to raise them, like that pressure's off. I just get to, you know, be Gigi and love my grandbabies and enjoy like getting into their space and their world and
their wonder.
And their wonder. And it's so, I mean, I've told you guys before, I've always said to them, when I'm having a bad day, I just go grab a grandkid, because they are just, it brings you back to the simplicity of what's important and what matters, and how important it is to really see life through a lens of a child, like the wonder and the joy of what's around us, and the simplicity of experiencing that as well. It can be very simple, but it's, I think joy is really linked to the things that bring us happiness and bring us into that space of like gratitude, right? Gratitude is so important, you know, as we experience God, you know, but I think it's connected to joy. And if we're not having joy in our lives, then we've got to find the places where we can actually experience it, so that gratitude flows.
I bet that's amazing therapy, right? To like, if you're having a hard day, you're feeling insecure, go grab a grandchild and just be fully present and engaged with what they're doing, their little childlike wonder and all of that. And so we need that kind of therapy. where we focus on a childlike wonder is an amazing thing to just get lost in.
It is.
Yeah.
And I feel like that with my kindergartners that I teach too. It's like on a hard day, especially they're so loving, like the little ones are so loving. They'll be like, "You're the best teacher in the whole world." And I'm like, how about we just say that the entire class?
Right.
But yes, it's the enjoyment, and that's the beauty of kids is that they will just be free with their joy and their love, and
It's so true.
yeah, it just shows. It just shows that we need that because life is serious, and we have to have moments and places where we pull each other out and say, "Let's just go have fun." Like, let's just, or even in our marriages, right? Where we're like, "Let's just go have a good time. Let's go."
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget about the money. Forget about the situation. Let's just go have fun.
Stress of work, whatever. It's going on. Yeah. It's like
Sometimes we do that at work where we're like, if the day's like really intense, my friend Holden will grab the banana game, and it's just a bunch of letters, and instead of like doing anything besides eating lunch and we don't talk about anything work related, we just play. We have a competitive game of like mini Scrabble.
I love it.
I know. It's just those little tiny things.
Yeah,
It resets your brain.
Yeah,
it does.
Because what does honestly, not to be super spiritual, but what does the enemy really want you to focus on? He wants you to focus on
The hard.
things that are like hard, unfun,
Heavy.
dark.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get through this. All the things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's
I
go
mean,
have
and isn't
fun.
that what the Lord says immediately when, I mean, at least for me, when I'm having a hard time, it's like, you're going to be okay.
Right.
Like kind of lighten it up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have, he says this to me, you don't have anything to worry about.
Right.
I got you.
And not always think about work,
Yeah.
like or money even.
Yeah.
You know, or what's next. Like think about, what does the word say? Ponder on the things that are good.
Yeah.
Think about the things. Yeah.
Think about the things that are good.
Yeah. And I think I remember hearing somebody, like a spiritual leader, say one time, like, as hard as you work, you need to play as, like, you know, sometimes you're in a grind of like getting something done or getting through a project or getting through whatever. As hard as you work on that, then you need to also recharge and have just as much fun. And I remember they used the word fun, and that just kind of stood out to me because I thought, what does that look like?
Right.
You know, like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, how do you equate that hard work with fun?
Right.
But then, you know, from that trip and that experience that I had, it was like, oh, I get it. Like, this is a part of who God created us to be, is in the fullness of work. We were created to work. Work is biblical.
Yeah.
It's what we were created to do.
Right.
But then there's also the enjoyment of life and the abundance of God in enjoying the life and the world around us and the people and the beauty and all that is before us, that brings us into that space of receiving so that we can go back in and do the next, you know, project or, you know, work thing that's just as vital. But we've got to have the balance of navigating that and not just be all work and not just be all play.
Yeah.
You know, there's a balance that actually brings life and productivity to everything we do.
Remember,
And joy.
Remember having fun.
Yes.
I was challenged with that just this week, actually. Taking a trip to see my daughter, and I was going to squeeze in something work related, and just because I thought it sounded fun, but the reality is like doing both isn't actually fun. And so just having that moment of like remembering, like if you're going to do this, then make sure that you dedicate even more time to this. You know, like we have to. I forget.
I do too.
You know, I just forget because what brings me pleasure might not bring someone else pleasure.
Right.
You know, or joy.
Right.
And so, and then I was thinking about, I love what you said about the leader that said that Joanna Gaines's mom, the lady on Magnolia, her mom always would leave her a note that, because her mom's Korean, would say, "Have a fun, Joe." Have a fun, because she's Korean. And it has always stuck out to me. I always
fun. I like it.
have a fun. You know, even in the midst of a hard day, even in the midst of, and that's really what we're talking about.
Yeah.
In the midst of a day, of a long day, in the midst of a heavy week, in the midst of a crisis, don't forget to have fun.
Yeah.
And don't forget to, I remember something really intense happened for me and Doug. And right before it happened, we just burst out into laughter. And it was like the Lord gave us the joy of the Lord before the crisis hit. And we always remember that moment together of just that, like, it was really funny. I'll tell a story sometime, but it was just really funny, and we were laughing so hard we were crying. And so
That's a great
it's
moment.
okay. Like, the joy of the Lord, it surpasses all understanding.
Right.
And so remember to have fun.
Absolutely.
Have a fun.
Have a fun. I like that.
Thank you for joining us today. We would love to hear your comments about how you have fun and what you do to bring joy to your life. Extravagant or small, it doesn't matter, because it all matters. Thank you for just joining in, and follow us on Instagram, around the table _Inc., and sign up for our updates on our website at aroundthistableinc.com. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.